Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm Purple Game here, and today I'm playing some more Bloons Adventure Time Tower Defense. So today, I'm back in my main account in the Martian games. If you guys haven't seen my mini-series so far on restarting Bloons Adventure Time Tower Defense, put a link to the playlist in the description. There will be more of that, but right now it's sending the clone, so I'm probably going to do 2 videos on that while it's still here. And one of them, the one that's going to be done today, is redoing the Plasma Goggle Sam Martian game Send the Clones, because I did a bad job. I did a really bad job the first time I did this. It was on an iffy map. There were a lot of glitches. I'm not happy with how the thumbnail turned out and all that stuff, so lots of issues with it. So I want to try it again. I want to redo it, and this is a kind of nice map for it, and Kyridian, which I did not know that was the name of in my restarting Bloons Adventure Tower Defense series. I actually first read the story for this, for the start of the game and the maps, and I didn't actually know then Kyridian, it's sort of like the collection thing, and it was guarded by Hot Dog Princess. I really did not know that, but all that stuff makes a lot of sense. So this is the Sam build, just gonna go over that again. I'm just gonna scroll through everything. I'm not gonna say on what they do. Obviously we have Thought Cannon Wand, Baby Tooth, because Baby Tooth is very helpful, War Paint, then we have every single ability cooldown reduction. We have Ninja Headband, Cosmic Gauntlet over here, obviously Plasma Goggles themselves, Treasure Chest Keys because gems, and also maybe some gold, Dragon's Eyes because I'm pretty sure I need camera protection. Sam you can just upgrade it, but that's not really worth it, and then Baker Shard because, I don't know, maybe attack speed works. I know Pierce is useless for Sam. Damage is an iffy one. I'm pretty sure damage applies though, but obviously it wouldn't make sense because of Plasma Goggles, so the only thing that might make any sense is attack speed, so I don't know what else to use that trinket slot, so there we go. As far as allies go, I have some Cobras, Lemon Hopes, just some basic allies to use. One thing I did quickly want to double check is, what's in the Martian Trader right now? Because I have 11,000 gems, that can buy me some stuff. Blob's Helmet's 25,000 for the trinket, and that's really all that's interesting here. 200 meatballs, that's pretty good, but that's a lot of gems. Blob's Helmet is, equip characters immune to negative effects, and their attacks can pop lead, frozen, and ghosts. That one's very helpful, and range +6. So that's definitely a decent one, Blob's Helmet. Lots of these. I really do need your guys' opinions on what to spend my Martian gems on. I think I'll do a poll, actually. I'll set up a poll if I remember about what to save my Martian gems for, because I am going to get them eventually. But you know what, let's just get started. No real reason to hold off. This is probably going to take a long time anyways. Realistically, I'm probably going to stick with you guys until I have a good build, a good amount of Sam's ready, money making, maybe around 18 or whatever, or 20 something, so we can see the first bad balloon, and that'll probably be it. So I will start with Cobras, but we should probably get one Sam set up just so we have an actual defense here. I'm gonna put Cobras and everything else outside of the range of everything, because Sam, I believe, is going to, well, no, not I believe. Sam's going to be my main DPS, even if right now Sam kind of sucks. I could use Plasma Goggles once it loads. I think I probably will, because there's no real reason, as far as I can tell, to waiting in terms of Plasma Goggles. There's no reason to wait to stack them, because there's no upgrades that are really worth it. Because I'm going to be able to spam Sam, it really doesn't make sense to not upgrade, or to not max them all out. Blah. It really doesn't make sense to buy any of their upgrades. It doesn't make sense to max them out at all, so I think I'm going to stick with just, straight up going for Plasma Goggles as soon as possible. I do love that this map has the Hot Dog Knights. They're not necessary, but they are definitely going to make it a bit easier to get all my Cobras set up here, which I actually have a lot. I didn't know I had this many set up. I didn't know that at all. But there we go, that's a lot of Cobras. That's a decent start in terms of money making. First Plasma Goggles ability is ready, and Sam will now permanently do 3 damage. That's pretty helpful. As far as other allies go, the Lemon Hope's not really worth it. I'm not going to use any offensive allies, so the only other ally I might use, would be Hanson and Amity. I'll probably put both of them down at some point. But I don't really see anyone else being worth it. I don't think that really makes sense. So I'm probably just going to first off just max out Cobra for Monkey Stand. That's a big ability boost, or ability cooldown boost. Makes abilities have half as much of a cooldown, which means I can get twice as many Plasma Goggles. Also, I'm pretty sure Plasma Goggles give +3 damage per ability usage. I'm mixing up numbers because it's a 20% attack speed boost, which I'm almost positive doesn't apply. Almost positive, I don't know. This glitch is weird. But with that, honestly, there ain't a whole lot else to get except on Snabadiers. So I'm probably going to start with just spamming down some Sams. 2 in the front, 2 in the back is a good start. and then all over the place, I guess. I want a lot of Sams, obviously, but the main thing is just to have them be as powerful as possible. I think what I want to do is have a ring of them around, so I'm going to save up money a bit and have a full ring of Sam all around the lakes. I do realize I forgot something. I didn't let Sam be placed on water, which isn't necessarily that big of a deal, but obviously the water is pretty decent real estate. I don't even think I have, do I have any Lady Unicorns? I don't, that sucks. Actually, no, I do, I have one Lady Unicorn. Okay, so we can at least have some be placed on the water. Obviously not all of the land, which kind of sucks, but I can do a singular Lady Unicorn, so that's better than nothing. I could have gone for 2, that's bad on my part, that would have made more sense. But I accidentally, or not accidentally, I didn't have, I believe PB is my second Lady Unicorn, and PB's not currently in my build. Would have been a smart thing to think about, or, you know, just letting her be placed on water tiles, getting a trinket for that. But that was not in my mind, obviously, so that's a bit of an issue, but again, shouldn't be that big of a deal. My goal would be that these hot dog knights, this one in the back that's injured, he will never die, and the arena will be filled with thousands of them. But I suppose since this is Martian games, there's a lot less rounds that pass, so the odds of me getting a ton of them is actually a lot lower. So, I don't know, we're gonna get a couple, probably not nearly as many as I've even gotten in, like, normal games, though I think there's a cap on them. I'm almost certain there's a cap on how many hot dog nights you can have, because there have been times where I played this game a lot, like, a lot of this map, and I'm pretty sure there's almost certainly a limit in terms of how many you can get. But I could be wrong, so here we go. This is 20, 20 plasma goggles is a pretty decent number. I think for my Hunts and Aviators, I'm going to go with 1 in the front here and 1 in the back. So we'll do 1 U maxed out. I think do I do first or strong? I'll just do first. I don't really know what else to put them on. I think first makes the most sense, but honestly, it's a little hard to tell. Yeah, I think first definitely makes the most sense. Almost certainly. As far as money making goes, we are eventually going to end up making the maximum money amount of, what is it, $10,000 per round in Martian games. But that's probably not going to happen until like round 25 or 30 when the rounds get really long. But it really shouldn't be that big of a deal as we don't need money for very much stuff. Sams are very cheap, and since I'm not upgrading them, I really don't need very much money for them. But in case I do need money, I should have as much as I'm going to need. Because realistically, a single round's income would be enough for me to place nearly 20 Sams, which currently I have exactly 20 Sams. I could probably fit like 100 on the map, but not all of them would be attacking, because obviously if I put them like over here, it's out of range, and there's lots of space that's out of range, at which point they would be useless. Not to mention, there is a limit as to how fast I can press this ability icon. Obviously, I haven't reached that point, but there is technically a limit as to how many I could have, and have them still be worthwhile. Sort of, not really, but there's a bit of a limit. 20 is definitely not reaching it, but I think 20 is probably what I'm going to stick with for the time being. I might go for more, we're going to see, okay? I said I'll stay with you guys until the first bad balloon, and I stand by that. So once the first bad balloon shows up, we'll see how well we do against it. Depending on how well we do against it, I will potentially get more Sams. I'm going to say, which one of these do not have any pops yet? So these have some pops, these are the majority pops. Not the first one. If this Sam gets any pops, then, I don't know, then it's over. So I'm actually going to put a monkey, not that it's over, then I'm going to buy some more defense, some more Sam. So I'm going to put a monkey apprentice in front of this Sam, just so it's obvious to me which one it was. If this Sam in front of this monkey apprentice ever has pops, and you know, obviously the monkey apprentice as well, then I know that I need to get some more Sams, because that means that 5 Sams weren't able to instantly demolish something, which is a sad, sad thing, because they very much so should be able to do that. Yeah, so in case you're wondering, just to double check this, in case someone asks or is curious, Cobras does not stack, I'm almost positive. I should have tested that in a Mythbusters video. I'm definitely going to make a part 2 to that. It was a pretty successful video, got a decent amount of views, and although I covered some of the more popular topics like Lemon Hope stacking in that one, again, if you haven't seen it, I'll probably put a link in the description if I remember. If I don't remember, please leave a comment telling me. That's a really easy thing to do. It takes me like 5 seconds to add it, but my memory's not that great, so the odds of me forgetting to put it in are pretty decent, so definitely remind me if I haven't put it in the description. Leave a comment, say, hey, you forgot to put blah 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 in the description, and I will add it. I know most of you don't watch on a computer or somewhere where you could access the description, or you just don't look at it, but I do like to have the videos there because I think it makes sense. Round 15, round 16, I don't know why I'm so surprised by that, I'm so excited about it. But no, so myth busting, definitely need to test Cobra stacking. I'm almost positive it doesn't work, like 100% certain it doesn't work, practically. Okay, maybe like 99% certain it doesn't work, but I definitely do want to double check that, confirm it, show everyone, hey, this doesn't work, because I don't know, honestly, it could. This whole video is me using Plasma Goggles Sam, which is basically, you have Plasma Goggles, this temporary ability. You put it on Sam, she gains no attack speed, but then she gains the damage boost permanently, and all balloon popping power, except camo balloons, you still need camo detection, permanently. Yeah, I think the reason for camo balloons, by the way, is because camo balloons are the only type of balloon that a tower simply won't hit. Lead balloons, ghost balloons, purple balloons, I don't think there's another example that comes to mind. Towers will try to attack them, they just won't be able to do any damage to them, they won't pop them to a lower layer. Camo balloons, they just won't attack at all, which is why you'll still need camo detection, which kind of sucks, but it's the case. Just double checking, my two front backup Sams haven't had any damage. Actually, this one hasn't had any damage either, so it's still 18. And these ones in the front have a ton of damage, that's awesome. It is round 18, so I believe it's the first DT and ZMG round. We will see how fast things are getting annihilated. The Morbs kind of look like they're getting one-shotted, but I can see damage phases, so at best they're getting two-shotted, which is not good enough. I've seen Morbs get one-shotted before, but then again, it kind of looks like the B... I'm going to slow this down, actually, because I was going to say it kind of looks like the BFBs are getting one-shotted. I think two-shotted. I think, honestly, the BFBs and stuff are getting two-shotted. I could look at this front Sam's DPS to see if I can notice it. I'm honestly tempted to put just one Sam in the front just to check the DPS, but I should be able to see it here. 20,727, 21,000. I want to say it's like... I don't know, honestly. It feels like it's limited. So this one did get more pops, and this one also got pops. This one didn't yet. Okay, so that was definitely dangerous as far as ZMGs go. That was kind of deadly. Like, they made it decently far, but it's hard to tell, honestly, in terms of DPS and stuff. Obviously, this front Sam did 3,000 damage pretty darn fast, but it is hard to know exactly how much damage she actually did do. So I am tempted to add some more Sams. I think I am probably going to add a few more, though I don't know. 20 is a lot. Like, basically what I've said right here is that only 5 of these Sams have any damage. One of these Sams has 13 damage. One is 500. And that was only to the first ZMG. Only ZMGs are making it that far. I have 15 more Sams after that. Not to mention they have to do a full loop again, so every single Sam would attack twice. And then, ignoring all of that, the damage is constantly increasing. Balloon ramping is a big thing, and it will become dangerous, and it probably will cause all sorts of issues for me. But in terms of at least health ramping for balloons is static. That's a static number, which if you guys don't know what that means, I'm going to explain some math stuff here. Because you might not even know what ramping is. I'm going to double check some stuff, talk about some math stuff with you guys. I don't know the exact numbers, but I believe after round 23, once the first Baboon shows up, which kind of makes sense, or at least for me, that's when the first Baboon shows up. After that, balloons, more class balloons and ceramics in particular, their health and speed will go up over time. I believe by, like an additive number, so what that means is you have 100% health, then they add 5% health, then you add 5% health to 110% health. Whereas if you had 100 health, you add 5%, you have 105 health, or you then add another 5%, you'd be at 110.05, essentially. Or 110.5? I think it's 110.5. But the point is, it's not like that, it would just be 110. So that does make a big deal overall, because it means it's not exponential growth. You're not going to have, after 10 times, it won't be at 150, it's going to be at like 300, it's going to be at 150% health, essentially. Which is a big deal. We should be able to reach that, hopefully, in terms of plasma goggles. It's hard to know. Plus 3 damage multiple times per round. Each round, if it's like 5%, which I think it wouldn't be much higher than that. That, for a bad balloon, is like, well, 5% of 20,000 health. Oh, math. Okay, let me think this through for a second. Let's see how quickly I can think on my feet while talking. Think on my feet while talking. That's what I meant to say. So 5% of 1,000 is 50, and then times 20, that's 1,000. Okay, cool, so 1,000. 1,000 times, not 1,000 times, 1,000 health per round. That's not bad. So the Babylon gains 1,000 health per round roughly after round 23. I think the percentage is actually a bit higher than that, and I don't believe the Babylon's health is exactly 20,000, but it's around that. So roughly 1,000 health per round. We're probably gaining in the long run here, like once the rounds get super long, which they do start to get really, really long. Probably like, I don't know, 30 damage a round per attack per Sam. So 1,000 health isn't all that much in the long run in terms of damage for us to deal. 3 damage per second times 20, that's 60 damage per second. It won't take that long to reach 1,000 damage. That's a little over 10 seconds, which Babylons will get faster. They're not going to get that fast. So hopefully we will be fine. I can't think of any real issues. We also had $126,000. I forgot to remember that, wait a sec, or forgot to mention sort of, we have Thought Cannon 1, which means A, we're going to get 30 wish orbs by the time this is done, and B, we're going to have gold being generated, like a lot of gold. Like the Cobras, they're making some money. They won't make anything compared to the end. Also, who did I just target on last? Sam, which one of you did I target on last? I definitely clicked on a Sam, or was it the Apprentice? It was the Apprentice. Apprentice can go back on first. ZMG, we get to take another test here. So ZMG, how well do you go? Does this Sam, the one that's 13 pops, it hasn't had pops yet, but I think this is the first ZMG. Also, this is the Babylon round. It is not getting pops in the slightest. Okay, it did. It got pops for the DT. Interesting. Could have been better. Okay, so Fortified ZMG. Looks like the Sam's doing about... Like, let me slow down again for the Babylon. Sam is doing... I'll probably put the exact numbers on screen. If I had to guess, that was like 400 or 500 damage per second, which is pretty darn good. Obviously, Babylon, not much of a threat. We did not actually reach our 0 damage Sam, which is our 6th Sam. So 15 of our 20 Sams still haven't dealt a single damage, and that was the first Babylon. So that's a pretty good sign. Do I want to add more Sams? I don't think so. I think 20 will be good. I don't think I want to add any more, because really, adding more will probably just cause lag without actually increasing my DPS all that much. At most, it might double if I double the number of Sams, but that's a lot of Sams, so I don't think that's worth it. I think I'm going to stick with 20 for the time being. Probably stay with you guys for another, like, at the end of round 25, I'll probably head out with you guys and say goodbye for a bit, and I'll see you on, like, round 30 or something. Because with these Martian games, you haven't seen some of my videos showing every single round after, like, round 30 takes ages, so I'm probably gonna say goodbye at round 25, as I said, or right at the end of round 25, so going into round 26, and then also fast forward mode, need to do that, at which point I will, what was I gonna say, at which point I will see you guys every 5-10 rounds if something interesting happens, if Babylon makes it much further, something like that. Or I'll just come in to show you guys the Sam damage outputs. That'll have to be something I do in editing. So for Fortified Babylon too. So for the first Babylon, I hopefully put up the damage numbers for my front Sam, aka my first Sam. That was pretty darn fast for that Fortified Babylon, doing a good job. My Sam took damage. My Sam did damage. We're up to 6 Sams having attacked. Did we reach 7? We did not reach 7 yet. 7 Sams have attacked. We're in the danger zone. 7 Sams. That's too many. That's way too many. I do want to point out, Fortified Babylon didn't get 7 Sams to hit. It was the Babylon coming after it. So what that tells me is that it's not an issue of damage, it's an issue of Pierce, which, yeah, we just got... Okay, not that many of the Sams attack, but some of them did. So it's an issue of Pierce, which is worth noting. This Sam definitely still hasn't attacked yet, but it's definitely an issue of Pierce, which essentially means Sam is a single target tower. That's pretty much all she can be. She is single target, so having 20 Sams in this case is very important because each Sam can only target one balloon. Even if it's one-shotting that balloon, which, as you can see, I think it actually is at this point. Not BFBs, but I think Moabs it's one-shotting at this point already. But as you can see, it's doing a lot of damage, but even if it is one-shotting, there's still, for each BFB, there's 4 Morbs, and for each Morb, there's 4 ceramics. And if we have to hit each Morb, then 5 times. Each BFB, 21 times. Each ZMG, that would be, because that's 4 BFBs again, so that would be 85 hits, assuming we're one-shotting everything. That's for ZMG, so... You can see where that numbers go up, especially with Babylon, that's even more, so we definitely, like, Pierce definitely is, I think, the reason some of these Sams have damage. Obviously, they're not doing much. Like, I think the highest number, so this one, the special Sam of the Apprentice, has 1265 pops, and everyone else has, like, 5, 12, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So one got 5, later on one got 12. It's not that big of a deal. It's not exactly a dangerous thing. One more bad balloon to see. Looks like we're doing okay, and I believe this is the end of round 25. It is. So I think what I'm going to do is I will see you guys in probably like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes on round 30, round 32, something like that. Or when we're just starting to struggle a lot more, and I will see you guys then. So, yeah. Bye. Okay, so I am back. It is round 30, actually round 31 now. So today, or not today, man, what am I saying? So we're back. It's been 5 or 6 rounds, I guess 6. So Plasmoggle Sams, they're a bit stronger. Bad Balloons, they're a bit stronger. Everything, they're a bit faster. So yeah, we're gonna get to take a look. So one thing I do have to mention, this is a big thing, I should probably keep this up, is, as you can see, a lot of these Sams have a couple pops here. It's a weird thing where, I guess the balloons are moving so fast, so this Sam rather, is killing them, but these Sams are still getting like 20 damage, where I don't even know how that's possible. I guess they're clipping a like rainbow or something. I suppose I should, once again, I'll do a slow-mo for this next 4 to 5 balloon. As you can see though, Moabs and their balloons are moving, or making it, not moving, fairly far, which is not great. So let me just quickly do all those. Okay, Sam, this is the damage numbers. I'll put it up on screen again to the best of my abilities as to what it is. If I am wrong, definitely let me know. Leave a comment saying, hey, I'm pretty sure it was actually this. You might be right, you might be wrong. Maybe it's pretty obvious, I don't know. But I do tend to, what I'll do is I'll essentially go frame by frame to try to see the difference in numbers. It's not always 100% accurate, but it's generally fairly accurate. So as you can see, it still definitely is a pierce issue. It's not a damage. These ceramics, though, I don't like this. The Sams aren't attacking them. Like, they just straight up aren't attacking the ceramics. I really don't like that, not in the slightest. What I actually will do is I'm going to take all the tech tears I have and just plop them at the exit over here, just to make sure, just to give me the best chance possible. Actually, that was a mistake. I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to just have these first upgrades here. So essentially I want them all at first, basically just to have tech tears at the back here, making sure that if it is just like a random ceramic, I'm not going to die. It's not something that's actually going to kill me. I'm going to be fine and pop it because I have 4 tech terrors and they're really powerful. I will also just quickly pop down all the Vampire Kings. This is obviously adding a bit of damage, but if you compare this to the Sam's damage, which I will do in a second, you'll notice it's really not that big of a difference, or it's really not that similar. Sams are doing way more damage than these will honestly ever do, probably. Vampire Kings are powerful, Tech Tears are powerful. There's still no match for Plasmoggle Sam stacked like 100 times, especially as Plasmoggle Sam's damage is going to increase over time, so obviously that's a big deal as well. So I'm not going to bother with the Lemon Hope, but no, just for comparison, this Sam has currently at 24, almost 25 million. These are at, I don't know, 10,000, 12,000. It's not bad, obviously, they're certainly adding damage, but they're not adding enough for it to be a big issue. I'm not even sure if they're worth it. They're just, again, another chance for them to maybe pop, like, a ceramic or something, because I don't want to lose to ceramic. That would really suck. That's really my goal here, is simply prevent the leaking, or prevent me leaking to a ceramic or something random like that. Unfortunately, none of these characters have camera detection, which I don't love that fact, because I can't give them to anything except Hunsnabadir can equip that stuff, or equip. I don't really know if equip's the right word. I don't think it is. Having said that, I don't believe this Hunsnabadir has taken a single soul, as they actually do damage, I believe, or take damage or something or other when they do take souls. I suppose actually what I will do is I will use this Lemon Hope, and I'll give the boost to the Hunsnabadirs. That makes the most sense. I don't know why I didn't think of that sooner. But with that, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna probably see you guys again on round probably 40, unless I see some serious issues. I'll probably see you again on round 40. Yeah, so I'll see you guys then. I will quickly do one more slow-mo just to see, in case I didn't get the damage earlier, it was inaccurate. I want to give myself one more chance just to take a look. And damage numbers go! Crazy, crazy. Awesome. Yeah, so I'm a little nervous about the whole issue with some Sams not attacking and pierce issues and stuff, but I think we should be okay. I do want to double check these numbers quickly. That is, okay, so no, it's actually only 3 million. I thought it was 31 million. It's only 3 million. That's much less than I thought. Again, still way higher than these, like, 26,000s, but the Vampire Kings are adding something. They won't in the long run. I'll see you guys in a few rounds. Hello, buddy. So, I am back. I don't know why I said hello, everybody. They're ready for an intro, I guess. It's round 40. It's been another 10 rounds or so. Just to put into perspective, so in total it's been about 15 rounds since I first went off around 25. It's been about half an hour, so it's about 2 minutes per round right now, which ain't bad. I've been warned like 50 to 51 is like 20 minutes, so I'm hoping it's gonna stick with more of the like 2 or 3 minutes per round, which I think it probably will. Though it definitely is gonna slow down. Honestly, my personal opinion is that I feel like these rounds could be very easily simplified to 3 things. First of all, it starts with a fortified bad balloon, maybe 2 fortified bad balloons pretty close together. Then, a rush of fortified ETs, then a couple ZMGs, then another fortified bad balloon or 2, round over. I don't know why the round has to have 1,700 fortified bad balloons. If I can beat one, I'm probably going to be able to beat the rest. I don't really see the point. As per usual, though, I will do another damage showcase here. Let's see the number. We are up to almost 13 million here. Again, I'll probably put the number up on screen. But from my rough estimate, it looks like that's about 10,000, or not 10,000, about 1,000-ish damage per second, or per hit, I guess. I don't know. Which is pretty good, but I could be wildly off, and I'll pop up on screen with like 10,000, or I could be popping, like I could show on screen 200. Trust the number on screen, don't trust whatever I'm saying, because I can't slow down time more than I can just slow down the game. What I am hoping for is, as you probably saw with some of those bad balloons, I'm getting a lot of treasure chests. There's a part of me that's hoping I'm gonna eventually end out of this, like lose this, and I'm gonna look at my like gems and gold. I'm gonna have like 700 gems and like 30,000 out of like, it's weird, not in-game cash, but like the coins that you use to buy power-ups. I don't really know what to call them, coins I guess, but like 30,000 of those. Ooh, I finally claimed the motion throne. That is awesome. There's been this other dude who's been competing it from me, or been competing it with me, but I think I finally surpassed him, whether because he lost, or I'm just beating the rounds faster than him. Either is possible. But I have officially taken the throne on round 42. Kind of surprising, though it is sending the throne, so people generally do a pretty good job. Once again, though, this is probably it for me. I'll probably see you guys on round 50, which hopefully, if the math stays the same, it's going to be about, I don't know, 20 minutes, hopefully a little less, but we'll see. Hopefully this isn't going to take ages upon ages upon ages, and I'll see you guys then. Okay, so back with the next check-in. It's round 50 now, 52 technically. So, as per usual, do our damage check, pop up the number with you guys, or for you guys, and carry on from there. So yeah, one thing I will actually probably do is put up on screen now, probably, is just the, if I can find it, the ramping information for Martian games. Hopefully I do, hopefully I could find it. If not, I'd probably say something else on screen, basically saying, hey, I couldn't find it. Let's take a look at the DPS though one more time. I'll put up my number on screen. It looks like it's going up by about 20k now, which, that's a lot. I don't know if that's accurate. It does look like it though. It really does look like it's doing nearly 20,000 damage, which is kind of insane. I'll give one more point of reference. Yeah, it actually does look like it's nearly 20,000 damage, which is definitely absurd. As far as these back units have, or I don't really know what to say. This one has 1 damage. As far as these back units are concerned, they just don't really have much damage. There's a couple that have a few more, but really it's not until we get deeper down that they have more. And our front one here obviously is up to like 34 million now, which is kind of insane. I say front one, these front two are pretty much identical. This one's like a couple 100,000 behind. Same with the third one. Fourth one is like 24 million behind, which I don't really get. They're like in practically the same position, but it's a difference of 24 million. So yeah, that makes sense. These rounds are definitely taking still about 2 minutes, probably a bit longer, more like 2.5, almost 3 minutes. So that's something. I do think we can probably make it to round 100 with this build. I aim at it, I don't know why it keeps slowing down. Maybe I'm doing that myself, I don't know. I do think I'm going to try to go to round 100 if possible. Just as a heads up, obviously, just to let you guys know, I'm not recording all of this. I'm really only recording these sections that you're seeing for the most part, because this would be hours of footage in the long run if I do go all the way to round 100. And the more footage I have, the more likely it is that I will have stuff that gets corrupted or lost or whatever. So trying to conserve space and all that stuff by just saving and recording what's actually like important, what I'm going to use. But yeah, so here we go. If you guys did want to see all the rounds, Trust me, you don't. It's literally these exact same rounds over and over and over and over again. It's not very entertaining. So yeah, just thought I'd mention that. I'll probably see you guys on round 60, 63, something about that. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys then. Yeah. Okay, so I'm back. It's round 63, on to round 60s now, which is kind of crazy. So I'm going to wait for the first fortified bad balloon, and then we'll do our damage test, which should be coming pretty soon. As you can see, or I guess you can't really see, the length of rounds seems to be about the same as it has been, which is great, because I was definitely a little nervous that the rounds were going to take even longer than they already were. So yeah, that would kind of suck if that was the case, but hopefully it's not. One more damage check just to make sure I got it, because I'm trying to be safe here. I remember editing for this, but it's been a couple months, so I don't remember it all that well. It does look like we're doing okay, though. I'd say the bad balloons, as you guys can probably tell, and I think as far as I can tell, seem to be making about the same distance. The bad balloon itself, no, honestly, no. Overall, it's making about the same distance. Maybe a little bit farther, but not far enough that it would be an issue. I'm fairly confident we're going to make it to round 100 at this point. So I'll probably check in with you guys around, like, round 75 again. Checking on Vampire Kings, they have about 1 million pops each. Tech Terrors still have no pops, obviously. This stuff, pretty low pops. Our main man or main woman, Sam, has 64 million on our two front runners. 64 million pops, that's quite a lot. Honestly, not that much compared to the BT6 free play, but as far as Bloons Adventure on Tower Defense goes, I don't even think there's 2 million pops in the entire 75 rounds, so 64 million on 2 towers is pretty good. But yeah, I'm gonna see you guys then. Bye. Okay, so I am back once again on turn 69 this time. So a few things I do want to mention. First things first, I believe you would have seen some of them earlier on, but in case you didn't know, every 10 rounds in the Martian games, you get a bonus for just surviving. So for round 10, I believe it's 150, and then for round 20, it's like 10. It does go up over time, so for example, I think it went up to 20 or I think it was 20 for round 30 and 40, then 30 for round 50, I think, and might have been 40, or I think it was 40 for around 50 and maybe around 60. But around 65, I got one. So we're gonna find out eventually if it's every 5 rounds now. It definitely could be, not exactly unlikely. So that would be an interesting thing if it is every 5 rounds. I have to, yeah, auto start, I turned off. But also it went up straight away to 45. So we got 45 Martian gems for round 65. It's not a good turnaround. I'm spending like 20 minutes, or I guess now 10 minutes to get 50 Martian gems, but I mean, it's something. At least they're rewarding me a bit. I would be interesting, honestly. I doubt it, but it would be cool if for round 100, whether it be the Martian game achievement, or the special achievement rather, or if it's just in general the round 100 tier reward, is like 10,000 Martian gems, or better yet, 100,000 Martian gems. Because if that was the case, that would actually be worth it. It would make grinding out the Martian game stuff so much easier. That would be nice if that was a thing, because this is still like a multi-hour thing. In total, I've already spent probably like 2.5 hours on this, and we're only on round 70. I still have another hour plus to go. So yeah, this has definitely taken a while, so if you haven't yet, give the video a like, comment, subscribe, all that awesome stuff. We just hit 3,000 subs. Let's head on our way towards 5,000 or 4,000. I don't really know what the next milestone should be. But yeah, so that's something I thought I'd mention. I am going to stay here with you guys till the end of round 70, just to see what the reward's going to be, how many Martian gems, assuming there is one. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if round 70 gave 50, then round 75 gave 55, and so on and so forth. That would not surprise me in the slightest. Could be wrong, that might not be the case, we're gonna see. I am thankful though, because someone did say, like around 50 to 51, I think it was a month ago or something, a comment basically saying that around 50 to 51 took them like 20 minutes. To be fair, I'm using one of the least laggy strategies to make it this far, so that's probably part of it, but this is working really, really well. This is honestly definitely the easiest strategy to make it to round 100. If we do make it to round 100 for this, which obviously I'll be super excited if we do finally get that secret achievement, I will at some point try it again without glitches, because obviously this is glitches, this is a little cheesy. Also, did we get a reward? Are we going to get a reward? It doesn't look like it, unless we did and I completely missed it. I don't think we're getting a gem reward for round 70. Oh no, we just did. Okay, so 50. Yeah, so it did go up by 5. Okay, so I'll let you know. I'll check in on round 80 or just before round 80, so we'll see if 75 was. Quickly, damage multiplier. I'll do it again for the next fortified baboon as well. Not this one, next fortified one. I'll take a look at the damage numbers. But I'm definitely going to let you know if round 75 is 55 gems. Quickly look at the damage multipliers or damage. Currently at like 91 million, which is pretty good. Looks to be about, from my judgment, like 40-ish K now, which is pretty darn impressive. That's a lot of damage. I believe the highest I've ever seen was like 2,000 or 3,000, so 40,000 is definitely a lot. I forgot you could do that. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so I think I'll see you guys then, I guess. One other thing, I don't know if I mentioned this already, it's a little bit of a blur, but I don't think I did. It actually looks like the baboons and fortified baboons are being popped slightly earlier than they were like 5-6 rounds ago. Maybe that's just me. You guys would have a better idea of this once this thing's edited and stuff, and probably I will too, but yeah, I'll see you guys then. Back for round 80, it's round 80 now, I don't know why I felt like repeating that twice. So for round 75, we did get another reward. It was just 50 Martian gems, though. Fortified baboon right away here. We're going to do our damage numbers. There we go. Okay, this is definitely like 30,000 damage. What the heck? How are they doing 30,000 damage per hit? That's pretty absurd. I'm going to find out the actual numbers when I'm editing this, and I'm going to be so far off every time I guess. I just know it. But we're going to find out eventually, or at least I'm going to find out eventually. You guys hopefully already know, as long as I didn't mess up too much on the editing. It is officially round 80, which is kind of crazy. So I think what I'm going to do is, this is going to be the second last checkpoint, sort of. I'm going to stick with you guys till round 81, so we can check the round 80 reward, essentially. And then I'm going to be back on round 90, where I'll hopefully stay for the rest of the game. I do feel like the rounds are probably getting a little bit longer here, but they're still sticking around the 2.5 minute mark per round, which I'm thankful for. This is a brutal process still taking a long time, and yes, this is definitely going to be a video I've spent a long time on in the long run. In total, this is probably going to end up being 3.5 hours of recording, and then probably at least an hour-ish of editing and stuff, so this is going to be a lot of time spent into this video. So yeah, again, if you haven't liked it yet, you should really like it, and subscribe and comment. Oh, this is awesome. Honestly, I'm gonna say this here, because I feel like if I say it at the end, everyone is just gonna jump to the end. So, if you guys are watching at the round 80 mark, type, Sam plus 80, and I'll heart your comment. I do this every once in a while. I don't know how many of you there's gonna be. I feel like a lot of people on my channel are smart enough now that if they see 5 people saying Sam plus 80, and then they see they're all hearted by me, they're probably just gonna type it as well. But hey, I'll still do it. It's still worth a shot. In terms of pop stuff between all the different characters here, back is still basic. Hey, we got 50 again, so it looks like 50's it. These haven't got pops in a while. One of these still has 2 pops. Yeah, there we go. 2 of them actually, but then overall they're definitely at more pops than they were. These 2 up at 137 million, 25 million, 19 million. These are at like 1.6 million each, so really not that much compared to the rest. And yeah, I'm gonna see you guys one last time in a little bit, like 20 minutes for me, and then I'll stick with you for the last little bit. This is definitely gonna be a long video, but you know, it's worth it. It's not going to be very often that I make it to round 100 in the Martian games, especially not for the first time, so I'll see you guys then. Okay, so it's round 90, I am back. Yeah, so I'm probably going to stick around for the last 20-ish minutes here, because it's going to take a while for the last 10 rounds. So yeah, I'm back. Round 85 was also 50 Martian gems, just trying to recap what I've covered in the past. Obviously, we'll do our damage test with the next fortified bad balloon. Anything else that's coming to mind right now? We'll do the damage test right now. Almost at 200 million pops, so it does look like we'll definitely reach that before round 100, which is awesome. One other thing, this is just a general thing, sort of going in that, it looks like in total we're probably going to end up with, in 100 rounds, somewhere around 500 million pops, which is really good. It's less than a billion, which is slightly disappointing, but 500 million pops. That's a lot of pops between round 1 and round 100 for the most part. So that's pretty darn awesome. We have over $1 million, which is pretty great. So yeah, we just get to keep on going for these last couple rounds here. I'm definitely pretty excited. So yeah, I am a little nervous though. The battery of my device is definitely running low. I believe it's at like 36% now. I'm a little nervous it's gonna get too low by the end of this. Hopefully that won't be an issue. But I'm definitely a little nervous. So what I might actually do is I'll just end the check-in here and come back right around round 95. So at the end of round 90, once we see the check-in reward for round 90, I'll come back at the end of round 95, and then I'll go from the end there, because I feel like that makes the most sense to try to maximize the chance that the iPad will be at its best battery. So round 90 milestone, 50 Martian gems. I'll see you guys in 4 more rounds. Okay, so finally back on round 95. Hopefully I will be here for the rest of this, all the way to round 100. We now have over 200 million pops on our main people, 2 and a bit million, about 2.1 million on the Vampire Kings each. Back people still haven't been touched in forever. I don't really know what caused the back Sam to get pops at one point. It hadn't happened in like 40 rounds though, so that's a little strange. Still have over $1 million. I don't really know why I'm commenting on that. Yeah, not a lot else to say. There are a few things I do want to talk about, ideas I have to talk about. One thing is, I am planning on, just for curiosity's sake, I am planning on doing at some point trying to make a Turn 100 legitimately without glitches. I already mentioned this earlier. But a big part of that is just going to be making my level as high as possible, so I can use Nitrosphere Amulet, the most powerful power in the game, which lasts 2 or 3 rounds, to beat all the way to round 100. 50 more Martian gems for the round 95 milestone. That's pretty nice. I suppose I should do damage chest. I'll do that for the first 4 to 5 Baboon on this round. But yeah, so I am definitely planning on trying to do this legitimately. It'll be a tough build, if at all possible at this point. The most recent round 100 victor I have is almost a year old, so, like, I found footage of, I mean. So I have no idea. We'll see. And it also used, like, all level 10 characters and stuff, so I don't know. Hopefully I'll be able to do that at some point, but might not be anytime all that soon until I have higher level characters. I'm on my way towards my first level 10. I have, using Cosmic Essence, about 110 out of 200 for a Suit Monkey towards level 10, which will be awesome once that finally happens. I definitely am a little nervous about the iPad's battery right now. It's at 32%. Fingers crossed it'll last. I think it should. One other thing I will say, as you can probably definitely notice this time, also I forgot to do the damage tests, so I'll do them now. The bad balloons, they're dying even faster than they did like 20 or 30 rounds ago, so yeah, that's something, alright. I don't really know why exactly. I just know it's happening. So what this is basically telling me is, if I had the ability to charge the device faster than a lost battery, which I don't think I can do, and somehow I could keep a device running for like multiple days straight, and ignoring the fact that I'm pretty sure the Martian games has a 48-hour time limit, you could probably live forever in this. So in my mind, I of course did the random calculation to say, hey, if I did this for nearly 50 hours, I'd make it to around 1,000. Yeah, so, I don't know, maybe one day I'll try to make it the farthest round possible, but not today, because that would take a long time, and I'm not prepared for that. But just a random thought I sort of had is that I'll probably will try to do that at some point. Maybe, I don't know, maybe for like 10k subs special, I'll do like, hey, trying to make it to around 1,000, is it possible? Who knows, that's definitely a challenging one, to say the least. Maybe challenging isn't the right word. Insanity driving, probably a better description for that. But yeah. I don't really know what else to say, honestly. It's kind of crazy. I'm trying to be energetic for this, because I am fairly excited about this. But this is kind of crazy. I've spent so much time on this. I've stayed, yeah, lots of time spent on this, grinding away to around 100. This takes so long. Less time than I sort of thought it would, and some people have told me it would. But still, so long. It has now been about 3.5 hours since I started this recording. So yeah, that's great. I'm so tired. But what are you gonna do? We only have another 5-10 minutes left, and that's That's awesome. So going back to what I did say, I probably will forfeit on round 101. Not forfeit, I think I'm going to buy an upgrade for Sam, which I believe resets all of their plasma goggles, so I can immediately lose to a fortified bad balloon the way it was meant to be. Which is what I'm going to try to do, I think. Once I guarantee have the achievement and the Martian gems, because I'm not doing this for nothing. I still have a tiny bit of hope that round 100 is going to give me like 1,000 Martian gems. It probably won't. It's going to give me 50 or 55, and I'll be like, really? You're really doing this after all this time? At least they did do it so every 5 rounds you now get 50. That's not bad. That means from the last 40 rounds, in total, I'll have gotten, let me do the math quickly, 400. I'll have gotten 400 Martian gems from the last 40 rounds. So basically, each round I'm getting 10 Martian gems. It's not good, but 10 Martian gems every 2.5 minutes ain't bad. That's 4 Martian gems per minute. That's actually a pretty decent rate of return. If you're grinding out for the premium characters or Martian gem gear, which I probably will be at some point, this ain't a bad method if you can pull it off and you have the patience. It does work. In the long run here, getting, again, 4 Martian gems per minute is a pretty decent return. If the most expensive items are like 75,000, if you spent an hour, this is me just doing random math now, you'd get 240 Martian gems an hour, which ain't bad. You could do that for like, I don't know, depending on the person, probably like 5 hours. You can get over 1,000 Martian gems like that, plus another like 1,500 from the general thing. So that's like 2,500 Martian gems every time Send the Phone shows up. Yeah, that's not worth it, I'm just realizing. If you did this for 5 hours, like 5 more hours at this point, you're doing the same, like, less Martian gems than just capturing the Martian throne and doing nothing afterwards. That's very sad, but, I mean, it's the truth. It's definitely the truth, but hey, it's an option. It definitely is an option to people that are willing to grind out and spend a lot of time, because there is technically a limit to how much Martian gems you can get, and this is the only way I found so far to break that limit, so that's something. Did I do a fortified bad balloon damage test? I'm pretty sure I did. If not, that sucks, but I'm almost positive I did. We'll look at another numbers here. One more time. See the damage numbers go up. Awesome. So impressive. With that said, these guys, 500, 422 million, not bad. Vampire Kings, honestly, I think have helped a fair bit with dealing with the fortified mobs and ceramics, because really, you can see the damage. They're at 2 million total, my front Sam's at 200 million. They're not doing that much damage, they're doing like maybe in total 1% of the damage. But that 1% is essentially the Moabs and the fortified Moabs and the ceramics, so Vampire Kings really are doing a decent job of keeping my Sams alive. I'm willing to bet if I sold them, which I will try around 101 before I actually forfeit with the Sams, I will see if Vampire Kings are being crucial to the survival, because I feel like they might be. Tech Terrors haven't gone to pop, so they clearly weren't that important. Glad I didn't buy those, like, fissure upgrades. That would have really sucked. But yeah. It's a kind of crazy thing that it's happening. That I'm almost on round 100. I'm so jumbled. My brain's a mess. My words make no sense. But I'm still talking. Still talking. I do feel like this is a very fitting map. I also find it kind of sad, or honestly a little confusing, that this Hot Dog Warrior is missing lives. That Hot Dog Warrior wasn't missing lives 50 rounds ago, so sometime in the past 50 rounds, a balloon made it that far. Yet this Sam has 324 pops. And I don't know, honestly, it's weird. I'm sure at one point I looked away for a second, a red balloon teleported there, and it was all good. Because balloons are moving fast, as you can see. The balloon speed, I might do a comparison near the end if I think about it. I'll do like a small video clip between the two. But it's crazy, the speed difference, like they're noticeably faster, I'm pretty sure. Almost positive they're noticeably faster. In terms of strength, they're not noticeably faster. I just spent a while talking about how I feel like I'm popping them easier. Also, it's round 99. Let's go. Let's go. That's awesome. That's incredible. Hot Dog Princess, come on, you're here with me. Hot Dog Warriors, you've done an incredible job serving this kingdom. You're really awesome. Pray to your God and Lord Sam, the savior of your kingdom, because otherwise you guys would definitely all be dead, or eaten, or whatever it is the balloons do to the hot dog soldiers. Oh, so exhausted. But hey, we're almost ready. We're almost in for round 100 after only 2+ years of this game. I've finally done the achievement everyone's been talking about for ages. At which point, I think I only have a couple achievements left. Okay, so with this achievement done, that I'm gonna finish today, I'm definitely gonna look up the list of achievements to see how many I'm missing, because it's not a lot. It's certainly possible. I think one of them does require level 10 characters, but it's possible that not long after I get level 10 Super Monkey then, I'll do a video basically saying, getting blah 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 last achievements in the game. Like getting the four final achievements in Bloons Adventure Time Tower Defense, because that's an awesome accomplishment. That's definitely one of the things I wanted to do. This is a goal I've had for ages, making it to round 100, and it's finally going to happen. I'm definitely turning off auto start for this moment. It cannot be auto started to round 100, that's lame. So we're definitely doing something into there. Have a special thing, and then we're almost done, which is awesome, because as I said, I am very tired. I'm not editing this video today, I'm definitely doing it tomorrow, so if this video is coming out a bit later than usual, you probably know why. I doubt it would be. It probably won't be, unless it takes hours to upload. That's a possibility. I've done a decent job, as far as I can tell, making this video short, but it could be anywhere between 40 minutes and 60 minutes, and I don't know how long it's going to end up being, so we'll see how long it actually turns out being. If this video is long, there could be issues with YouTube uploading it slowly or whatever, because sometimes YouTube is slow to upload things. Also, come on, how is it not round 100 yet? I feel like it has to be round 100. Achievement unlocked, no cheating or you die. I feel a little like I don't deserve that using... Does a glitch count? I mean, I didn't use hacks, so a glitch isn't, like, completely unfair. But I still use glitches to beat round 100. I'm gonna look at that achievement description after we lose here, but that's kind of crazy. I'm gonna definitely pressing the plasma goggles ability. That's not getting spammed. Once round 100 hits, I'm selling stuff. I tell you that much. Because there's no way I'm keeping this up. Actually, I'm gonna sell Vampire King's... No, I want to beat this round. I want to make sure I'm set before I do anything rash. I don't want to regret this moment. The achievement's done, though, so I definitely got the achievement, so that's good. That's, like, gonna be saved to everything. Because I think that even saves through, like, all sorts of different things, like the Ninja Kiwi account and stuff, so pretty sure the achievement I definitely have. Question is, like, round 100 rewards, if there's something special, but this round's gonna be just as long as all the other rounds. I wish this round was special, either if it was just a fortified bad balloon or something else crazy. Maybe they had a boss... No, that'd be crazy, though, if they're just, like, all of a sudden a boss balloon showed up, or the Lich, and I'd be just like... Okay, turns out I have about 1,000 more videos to do on this game, just have to spend 5 hours preparing for each one. Oh, that would be awesome. If they ever do, like, a secret update for this game, that would be both awesome and cruel to do that. I wonder if the reason the achievement's called, like, no cheaters or die, or whatever, or cheaters die, or whatever, is, because they themselves think/know it's impossible to reach you without glitches/cheating. I don't think that's the case. I think it is possible to do this legitimately. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. I guess I'll find out eventually. Yeah, definitely we'll find out eventually, but... I don't know, this is awesome. This round should be ending soon. The DT stretch, which is happening now, is generally a sign of the end of the round. These rounds are so, like, repeating themselves. It's round 101. What's our reward? Is there one? There better be one. After, like, 30 seconds, I'm gonna sell the Vampire Kings. Yes! You reached the round 100 milestone. You won 50 Martian gems. So there's a part of me that wants to see if round 105 has something. But then there's the other part of me that's like, no. But you know what? That part of me is winning, so I'm gonna see you on round 105. And that's when I'm gonna stop using plasma abilities. Either we die beforehand, which is unlikely, or I'll see you on round 105 to see if there's an achievement. I don't know why I want to do this, but I know I want to do this, because I don't want... I'm gonna regret it if I don't. I'm gonna regret it if I don't know every last bit of information, because if there's an achievement, or a reward rather, for round 105, there's gonna be one for every round after that, or every 5 rounds after that. Okay, so I am back. It's round 105. This has been a very difficult wait to wait. So, yeah, we're still alive. We're still doing strong, honestly. I didn't do plasma goggles for the most part. You definitely see the difference. We're doing worse, but not significantly worse. Yeah, this round is probably gonna last a while, so I have some time to talk. One thing I will point out is you will notice from this bad balloon, there's like mini purple balloons going diagonal, like, up this way, and I don't know why. Maybe it's Apprentice Monkey shooting a projectile. It definitely could be Apprentice Monkey's projectile. And I'm just going crazy, but it looks like a mini purple balloon. So again, might be just Monkey Apprentice's projectile. I think it is, but it still doesn't make me feel any less crazy looking at it and seeing the weird purple balloon. I'm also now gone to the point of counting the bad balloons on each round. I believe it's an average of 25 bad balloons per round. So many bad balloons. I don't get it, honestly. Except for the sheer point of just making it take longer. I don't get who decided when coding that it made sense that they needed waves of DTs and 25 plus bad balloons per round. I don't get it. If you can beat one bad balloon and they're equally spaced out all the time, why do they think you can't beat 2 or 3 or 25? I don't get it. It's bothering me a lot. It definitely is, but I really, really do not get it. Hopefully, any bad balloon now will be the final bad balloon. Take us into round 106. I will sell things. I will see the reward of 50 Martian gems or not. My desire and curiosity will be satisfied, and I can end this and go to bed because I'm exhausted. It will happen any second now, any bad balloon now. It will end, and this video will be almost over. I'm definitely taking a look at the achievement first, don't get me wrong. I'm obviously not ending the second I'm done round 105. If you guys watch this entire video, you guys are really awesome, those who watch the end. Okay, that's it. Sam, be sold. That didn't make a difference, did it? We still have all the damage buffs. Okay, apparently I need to actually do something else, like maybe sell all. This is killing, like, this is really sad, by the way, selling all of these. I do believe, though, by the looks of it, that there isn't another achievement. Bad balloon was still okay for it. Doesn't look like we're getting another reward for round 106. It has been a few seconds now. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen. I'm slowly but surely selling all the Sams. We have officially lost some lives, but not all of them. We leaked a SRAM, I think. Does not look like there's any more rewards after round 100, so I guess everything I said about grinding Martian gems, not exactly true. I forgot I gained lives from Thought Cannon 1 and stuff. But we are officially dead. Round 105, you're the new King of Mars. I better be the King of Mars for a very long time, even though I know there's a limit of 8 hours. Oh, 30 wish orbs, yay. I'm sharding these all, honestly. This sucks, because at least the superior wish orbs I would have liked to open, but I'm so tired. Shards are better than nothing. I don't care that much about what I'm getting from these. Most of these are common anyways, like 20 plus of them. I need this video to be over with, so I can wake up tomorrow and edit. I'm at 371 gems, so I got about 100 gems and about 3,000-ish coins from that. That's lame. That was so much, like so many treasure chests. To only get 3,000 coins and 100 gems from that is kind of lame, but that was awesome. I beat everyone by so long. Gunira, or whatever your name is, that's level 96. I beat you by 65 rounds. Oh, that was a lot. Okay, so quickly, let's take a look at the achievement, and then I'm gonna say goodbye, because I'm so tired. Achievement time. Reach round 100. It's an epic wish orb. No cheating or you die. Unfortunately, there was a bit of cheating involved. Just a tiny bit. I believe that's every last secret achievement, though I could be wrong. I might be missing another secret achievement or two. I believe that's everything. Let's get our epic wish orb. It's well deserved. Oh, that's painful. Okay, it better be something good. None of these are good. I'll take a second choker. That might be useful in the future. But honestly, just have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. One last reminder, like, subscribe, comment, be awesome. I'll see you all tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoyed. Bye!